There is huge potential for Africa to become a thriving hub of digital innovation on the global startup landscape, and many companies are capitalizing on it. Microsoft announced plans to support 10,000 startups in Africa over the next 5 years through a series of initiatives including partnerships with accelerators and incubators across the continent. Microsoft joins the growing list of tech companies coming up with initiatives targeting startups in Africa. Months ago, Google launched a $50 million Africa investment fund targeting early and growth stage startups on the continent, succeeding its Google for Startups Accelerator Africa program. Africa's tech outlets are entering a growth stage. Microsoft has also announced plans to partner with venture capital investors to increase funding access for startups in Africa by unlocking $500 million in potential investment. Microsoft said that it is already working with Bank Mezer, Global Ventures, and Get Funded Capital. These initiatives will be carried out through the recently established Africa Transformation Office, which drives Microsoft's strategic initiatives in Africa by partnering with public and private organizations. Zambia may be better known for mining copper than crypto, but a group of young entrepreneurs are looking to reinvent the country as an African technology hub, with support from Ethereum co-creator Vitalik Buterin. Startup founders from the Southern Africa country and abroad are talking to the government about creating the regulatory and business environment that would attract more tech firms and capital. The group is in the process of organizing a conference in Lusaka, the capital, in May, to draft detailed policy proposals that they believe will see Zambia succeed where previous African tech hubs have stuttered. Buterin, who helped create Ethereum, the world's second-largest cryptocurrency, expressed his support in a virtual meeting with Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema earlier this year. The talks are a further sign of Africa's recent and burgeoning role as a hotbed for startups, particularly in the fintech and e-commerce sectors. Businesses providing financial services to the continent's millions of unbanked yet online people are attracting the attention of foreign investors, particularly from the US, and African firms raised a record of $5 billion in 2021. Companies including Nigerian payments from Flutterwave Inc., whose latest $250 million fundraising round valued it at more than $3 billion, are also interested in growing a presence in Zambia. The startup ecosystem in Africa has until now been dominated by Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, and Egypt, who are called the Big Four. These are countries that continue to receive the bulk of venture capital and other forms of investment. However, the situation seems to be slowly changing as noteworthy startups begin to rise from other countries within the continent, and investors scout for fresh opportunities to spread their risk outside the Big Four. Uganda is one of the countries creating ripples in high-profile tech programs, like the Y Combinator Accelerator and Google's $50 million Africa Investment Fund. In December of last year, Uganda's multi-service and digital payment technology platform SafeBoda became the first startup on the continent to receive investment from the Google Fund. It has now been joined by fintech Numida, which emerged as the first startup in the country to get into YC. Numida joins 14 other startups from Africa that made it to the accelerator's winter batch, an opportunity that brings them on the radar of Silicon Valley investors. Numida's star has been shining since last year, when it first bagged $2.3 million in seed funding. The startup offers risk-based credit to micro-businesses in Uganda and has since grown 30% month-on-month, propelled by the demand for quick business loans. The Ugandan tech scene continues to flourish with startups emerging in the mobility, e-commerce, e-health, clean tech, and fintech spaces, pulling all kinds of investors. The country was one of the top 15 in Africa that received significant equity funding last year. Tugende, an asset financer with operations in Kenya, secured a $17 million debt investment after closing a $3.6 million Series A extension round earlier in the year from notable investors like Mobility 54 Investment, a corporate venture capital subsidiary of Toyota Tsusho Corporation and CFAO Group. Founded in 2012 by Michael Wilkerson, Tugende's core product is a lease-to-own plan for motorcycle taxis, a popular mode of transport in Uganda. It also provides loans to help people acquire income-generating assets like boats, cars, and rental equipment. Also in 2021, Mobility 54 joined DOB Equity and Infraco Africa to invest $3.4 million in electric motorcycle startup Zembo. which operates battery charging and swapping stations across Uganda's capital, Kampala. It's a business that seems promising as the uptake of electric motorcycles picks up in the country. Another startup, Nsibuko, raised $1 million in seed funding last year from FCA Investments. Founded by Gerald Odom in 2014, the startup's proprietary digital infrastructure helps organizations like credit unions and savings groups automate their operations. With all these investments rolling in, there's no doubt the future is bright for Africa. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. World of Finance TV has videos every Monday and Friday.